Hello there, you're watching Nightline with me, Liyana Hassanel. The top stories. Sugar-sweetened beverage tax to be increased to curb non-communicable diseases. And sexual assault. School bus driver slapped with 2 charges. Good morning. The government will increase the rate of the sugar-sweetened beverage SSB tax in an effort to curb non-communicable diseases, particularly diabetes. The new rate is expected to be announced during the tabling of the 2025 budget next month. Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad said that the move follows the success of the previous increase of the SSB tax, introduced 5 years ago from 40 cent to 50 cent per litre in the 2024 budget, which has led to a reduction in sugary drink consumption nationwide.
In January, kita mendapat satu evidence base bukti bahawa pengurangan sebanyak 9.9% to be exact, itu menunjukkan keberkesanan program kami itu.
He added that the government is also fine-tuning a nutritional rating system where food products will be graded based on their sugar content. For the record, data from the 2023 National Health and Morbidity Survey showed that nearly 3.6 million Malaysians are currently living with diabetes. The same survey also found that more than 500,000 people are affected by 4 major non-communicable diseases, namely diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol and obesity. On another matter, Dr. Zulkifli stressed that the Health Ministry has no plan to implement any restrictions, including the Movement Control Order (MCO) to control the spread of the Mpox outbreak, as was done during the COVID-19 pandemic 4 years ago. The minister said this decision was made after the results of screening tests conducted on 6.2 million travellers who entered the country were found to be negative.
Dan saya sebagai menteri kerap diasah supaya meningkatkan SOPs. InsyaAllah Mpox tidaklah akan mengulangi waktu-waktu yang sangat kita bukan saja life but livelihood juga terjejas. So don't worry, there will not be like anything like apa yang dikatakan sebagai the MCOs, lockdown dan sebagainya dalam era pandemik COVID-19.
Dr. Zulkifli said this during the 20th anniversary celebration of the Health Ministry Training Institute in Sungai Buloh, Selangor on Tuesday. He also hopes that the Mpox situation in Malaysia will not be compared to that of neighbouring country Singapore to avoid causing panic. As of Monday, Singapore has recorded 15 cases of Mpox, whereas the number of cases in Malaysia remains at 9, with the last positive case being recorded at the end of 2023. The minister added that there have been 52 suspected cases to date, but all of them have tested negative. He also stated that MOH will be ready to provide Mpox antivirals to vulnerable groups and individuals with low immunity if necessary to curb the virus's spread. Malaysia and China have established a solid foundation for enhanced collaboration in key new and innovative sectors that will drive both nations' economies forward. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim noted that the two countries have enjoyed long-standing bilateral ties, supported by strong trade and investment relations. Anwar, who is also the finance minister, stated that China has been Malaysia's largest trading partner for 15 consecutive years, with total trade reaching nearly $100 billion. The country is also the 5th largest foreign investor in Malaysia for 2023, contributing $14.5 billion.
We believe that a stronger bond and relations, comprehensive strategic relations with China would help not only Malaysia but the region.
Anwar said this in his keynote address at the 17th World Chinese Entrepreneurs Convention, WCEC, in Kuala Lumpur on Tuesday. The Prime Minister also expressed the government's commitment to strengthening the country's economic landscape. He added that the government also recognizes the contribution of the Malaysian Chinese community in the country's development, including in economic, cultural, educational and industrial sectors.
Now, under the Madani economic framework, I can assure you that we will continue to prioritize the enhancement of our economic landscape. You advise us. We have, of course, crafted policies, but you advise us. What else needs to be done?
Some 4,000 local business leaders and delegates from across the globe are taking part in the 3-day event, which ends on Wednesday. For Datuk Sri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Malaysia will benefit from potential new investments from China in the halal industry, worth 4 billion ringgit. The Deputy Prime Minister said that the new investment potential was a result of his and the Malaysian delegation's meetings with Chinese halal industry players on Tuesday, in conjunction with the Malaysia-China Halal Business Forum in Shanghai. According to Zahid, 40 companies from China are interested in investing a combined total of 4 billion ringgit in Malaysia. The investments cover various sectors, including herbal medicine, food and beverages, vaccines, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals. He noted that there is significant demand from investors in the field of herbal medicine in Malaysia, who want to collaborate with local universities and the Malaysian Agricultural Research and Development Institute, MARDI.
Apa yang kita perlukan ialah pelabur-pelabur daripada China yang mahu memasarkan barangan halal mereka dari Malaysia. Untuk itu mereka berhajat untuk mendirikan kilang-kilang di Malaysia dan memperolehi persetujuan halal dari JAKIM yang membolehkan untuk mereka mengeksport ke negara luar.
Zahid said this at a media conference with the Malaysian media following his 5-day working visit to China. He added that currently an area of over 5,000 hectares is dedicated to the halal industry in Malaysia. He also urged state governments to simplify procedures for investors, especially in relation to the provision of infrastructure and incentives. 3 schools have shifted to home-based teaching and learning (PDPR) on Tuesday, following the odour pollution incident in Johor Bahru. Johor Education and Information Committee Chairman Aznan Tamin said that the affected schools are Sekolah Kebangsaan Kampung Maju Jaya and 2 private institutions, Sekolah Rendah Islam Hidayah and Sekolah Menengah Islam Hidayah. Over 3,200 students and teachers from the 3 schools are involved with the PDPR session. According to Aznan, the PDPR session is only for Tuesday, and any extension will depend on the situation and latest reports. On Monday, SK Kampung Maju Jaya was ordered to close after 27 pupils experienced dizziness and vomiting, believed to be caused by the odour pollution affecting Kampung Maju Jaya and Kampung Tawakal. The affected students received treatment at the school from healthcare personnel, with only one referred to Sultanah Aminah Hospital for further treatment. Following the incident, Johor Menteri Besar Datuk Onn Hafiz Ghazi has urged the authorities to conduct a thorough investigation to address the pollution issue. Meanwhile, the Health Ministry revealed a total of 143 individuals have been treated at health facilities following the odour pollution incidents, which affected several areas in Johor Bahru and Kota Tinggi. From the figure, 139 individuals with mild symptoms such as nausea and dizziness were given outpatient treatment, while 4 individuals, including a pregnant woman, were admitted for further care before they were allowed to return home. Elsewhere, Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability Minister Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad stated that the government will not compromise with environmental criminals and will take strict action against those responsible for the odour pollution in Johor.
Kita sedang terima laporan yang terbaru daripada pihak JAS dan lepas itu kita akan tengok untuk tindakan berikutnya lah, termasuk sekiranya perlu ambil tindakan perundangan dan sebagainya.
Nik Nazmi said this to reporters at the regional seminar on climate justice in Kuala Lumpur on Tuesday. It was also reported that the Johor state government has activated its Disaster Management Committee task force on Tuesday in response to the odour pollution in Johor Bahru. The task force, headed by Johor Bahru Mayor Datuk Muhammad Nur Azam Osman, will coordinate efforts with relevant agencies to take appropriate measures, including cleaning up illegally dumped chemical waste. In the meantime, 2 men have been remanded on Tuesday in connection to the chemical odour pollution incidents in Johor Bahru and Kota Tinggi. Police said that the duo, aged 23 and 28, were nabbed at an apartment complex in Johor Bahru at 11 p.m. on Monday. According to Johor Bahru Selatan District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Raub Selamat, both suspects did not have any prior criminal records and tested negative for drugs. In a statement, Raub added that the suspects, a lorry driver and his attendant, were remanded for 7 days until Monday to facilitate investigations into the case under the Penal Code for knowingly causing damage to public water supplies or air quality. They may face a maximum of 30 years imprisonment and a fine upon conviction. On September 3rd, a strong odour was reported around Sungai Pandan, affecting the residents of Kampung Melayu Pandan, Mount Austin, Taman Daya and Taman Istimewa. The State Environmental Department detected high concentration of ammonia gas in the area. The same odour pollution was also reported at Taman Perindustrian Tropika in Ulu Tiram and Kampung Orang Asli Pasir Intan in Kota Tinggi, forcing 38 residents to move to a temporary evacuation centre. A TikTok-famous school bus driver who allegedly uploaded videos of the students he ferries was charged with two counts of sexual assault in the Muar Sessions Court on Tuesday. The 24-year-old man, who was seen in tears while in the dock, pleaded not guilty when the charges were read to him before Judge Sayani Muhammad Noor. The accused was charged with committing physical sexual assault on his 4-year-old niece by kissing her cheek in a school bus in Simpang Renggam, Kluang, between April and September this year. The charge under the Sexual Offences Against Children Act provides a prison sentence of not more than 20 years and whipping upon conviction. He was also charged under the same act with observing a 9-year-old female student repeatedly for sexual purposes at the same place and time. The offence is punishable with imprisonment not exceeding 10 years or a fine not exceeding 20,000 ringgit or both. The accused, who was not named to protect the identities of the children, was allowed bail at 30,000 ringgit with one surety. Sayani also ordered the man to report himself at the nearest police station once a month and not to disturb or communicate with the victims and witnesses in the case. The judge fixed October 10th for case mention. The accused was arrested last Friday following an uproar over his TikTok account, which allegedly showed the school bus driver's inappropriate behavior around young schoolgirls. His content on the social media platform included videos of him playing with them, touching the lips of one sleeping girl, and referring to another as his crush. The TikTok account, which has since been deleted, had more than 600,000 followers. Zionist commits yet another massacre. This and more from the Foreign Front when Nightline returns.
It's really simple. Media Prima is the only media owner with 5 complete platforms. We have TV, radio, print, digital, and even outdoor, right? And we offer dedicated creative solutions to reach the right audience at the right time with a dedicated team of client servicing personnel.
Oh, sorry guys, dekat tonton ada pelbagai drama dan filem Korea nombor 1. Seronoknya layan OPA sampai pagi. Mak turun aplikasi tonton, semua favourite anda ada di sini.
Apabila tidak boleh tahan, mangsa itu telah membuang air besar di dalam kereta.
Kecelaruan ASPD ni, mereka juga tidak menunjukkan perasaan empati.
72 kecederaan yang ditemui oleh pakar bedah siasat ke atas arwah tersebut.
On to the Foreign Front. At least 127 people have now died and and 54 others are missing in northern Vietnam on Tuesday, as a super typhoon which hit on Saturday continues to bring heavy rainfall, landslides and flooding. According to authorities, most of the victims were killed in landslides and flash floods, with 752 people have been left injured. They also stated thousands of people were seen stranded on rooftops in some northern provinces, while others posted desperate pleas for help on social media. In the meantime, officials have subsequently banned or limited traffic on other bridges across the river, including Chuang Duong Bridge, one of the largest in Hanoi. The action followed the dramatic collapse of a bridge higher up the river in northern Puto province on Monday. As of now, over 4,600 soldiers have been deployed to assist the evacuation and support flood victims. The Zionist regime's relentless attacks on Gaza have yet to show signs of abating. This after its airstrikes on a tent camp for displaced Palestinians killed at least 40 people and wounded 60 others in Khan Yunis early on Tuesday. Palestinian authorities stated that the victims included women and children, adding that they have been struggling to search for missing victims who might have been buried. The Israeli forces struck the camp with at least 4 missiles, causing craters as deep as 9 meters and burning at least 20 tents. The Zionists claimed that they were targeting Hamas command center who were operating inside the humanitarian area. However, the group strongly refuted the Zionist claims, calling them a blatant lie intended to justify these atrocities. To date, at least 41,020 Palestinians have been killed and 94,925 others have been left wounded. Australia is set to ban children from using social media with a minimum age limit as high as 16, vowing to get kids off their devices and have real experiences with real people. Its Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said on Tuesday that his government would conduct an age verification trial before introducing age minimum laws for social media this year. He stated that the minimum age for children to log into sites like Facebook, Instagram and TikTok has yet to be decided, but it is expected to be between 14 and 16 years. The announcement, however, has sparked a backlash from digital rights advocates who warn the measure could drive dangerous online activity underground. The law would place Australia among the first countries in the world to impose an age restriction on social media. Previous attempts, including by the European Union, have failed due to complaints about reducing the online rights of minors. Three national shuttlers shine in Hong Kong Open. Sports after this breather.
Gua nasi lemak. Budak-budak panggil gua Cik Mak. Dah ready semua? Mula! Tapi perlu kita bergaduh macam ni? Jangan banyak cakap. Cepat. Gol! Lah, apa nangis? Bola je pun.
Sedihlah drama ni.
Wan, tengok bola tu drama.
Korang tahu tak ada banyak drama dengan filem Korea dekat tonton? Korang boleh layan opak korang sampai pagi. Muat turun aplikasi tonton sekarang. Semua favourite anda ada di sini.
Cakap dengan siapa?
Dah 2 tulis!
Apabila tidak boleh tahan, mangsa itu telah membuang air besar di dalam kereta.
Kecelaruan ASPD ni, mereka juga tidak menunjukkan perasaan empati.
72 kecederaan yang ditemui oleh pakar bedah siasat ke atas arwah tersebut.
We're back with sports, the 2024 Hong Kong Open. National men's doubles shuttlers Muhammad Azrin Ayub and Tan Wee Kyung stormed past Rasmus Kjær Frederik Sogard of Denmark in rubber set to reach the second round on Tuesday. The world number 52 pair had to work hard for 59 minutes to defeat the Danish duo 21-15, 21-23, 21-19 in the Hong Kong Coliseum. Up next, Azrin and Wee Kyung will face the winner between the match of Taiwan's Chu Xiangqie, Wang Qilin, and hosts pair Hung Kei-chun, Sang Hu-yan. Joining them were Go Zefei and Nur Izzuddin Rumsani. The national duo, however, had to give their all to edge out Taiwan's Li Fangqi, Li Fangjian 21-17, 15-21, 24-22. To set a meeting with Indonesian pair Muhammad Shohibul Fikri, Daniel Martin in the last 16. Earlier, Man Wei Chang and T. Kai Wun came back from a set down to clinch a 15-21, 21-8, 21-11 victory over another national pair, one out of Junaidi, Yap Roy King. Waiting for them in the round of 16 will be Chinese pair Ji Haonan, Zheng Weihan. Still on badminton. A potential shakeup looms over the Badminton Association of Malaysia, BAM's coaching setup, with the men's singles department under particular scrutiny. The development was shaped by ABM coaching director Rexy Mainaki, who was informed that the governing body's top management will hold a meeting on September 24th to discuss the matter in detail. He also said that this crucial meeting will discuss potential changes to the coaching setup as part of early preparations for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. The national coach added that the meeting will also discuss the need to reduce the number of players in the national senior and junior squads. This is because he feels that the number of players in both teams is relatively high compared to the actual requirement, which is around 50 players for the senior and junior squads. GLC Executive Officer remanded for 6 days. The details when we come back.
Tak tahu nak tengok drama Korea dekat mana? Dekat tontonlah korang. Ada pelbagai drama dan filem Korea yang best untuk anda. Mak turun aplikasi tonton sekarang. Semua favourite anda ada di sini.
Apabila tidak boleh tahan, mangsa itu telah membuang air besar di dalam kereta.
Kecelaruan ASPD ni, mereka juga tidak menunjukkan perasaan empati.
72 kecederaan yang ditemui oleh pakar bedah siasat ke atas arwah tersebut.
2-3 kucing berlari, duduk santai di depan TV. Jangan lupa jam 1 tengah hari, slot wayang jadi pilihan hati. 5 kali cinta. Stresnya. Titi kayu.
Macam mana ya kita nak jumpa selalu macam dulu?
Ketika daun berzikir.
Tak, sekarang ni kenapa nak bela budak tu?
Abang Samsing jemur kain.
Ni macam nak bawa ni tak ada gear ni.
Janji tengok tau, slot wayang bulan September. Setiap Jumaat di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Welcome back. The police will submit the investigation papers regarding Seputih Member of Parliament Teresa Kok and her comments on halal certification to the Attorney General's Chambers AGC in 2 days. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussain said as of noon on Tuesday, 50 police reports have been lodged nationwide on the issue. According to Razaruddin, police have completed questioning Kok over her remarks on Tuesday and are now finalizing the probe papers. Several other individuals are also expected to be summoned to provide statements to facilitate the investigation under the Penal Code and the Communications and Multimedia Act. Earlier, Kok arrived at the Classified Criminal Investigation Unit, D5 in Bukit Aman at 10 a.m., accompanied by her lawyers Ram Karpal Singh and Shahrazan Johan. The investigation was carried out in accordance to the Standard Operating Procedures (SOPs) concerning issues related to royalty, religion and race 3R. Last Thursday, it was reported that Jakim is considering a proposal to make halal certification mandatory for all restaurants and food companies that did not serve pork and alcohol. However, Kok argued that such a move could burden small businesses, adding that it would be an embarrassment to the country, attracting criticism from various parties. Meanwhile, Kok once again clarified that she has never opposed halal certification. Speaking to the media after being questioned by police at Bukit Aman on Tuesday, the Seputih MP explained that she had merely requested the proposal to be reviewed. This is because making it mandatory would burden small businesses, as the process of obtaining halal certification is not only time-consuming, but also incurs additional expenses.
Saya juga nak tekaskan, saya tak pernah mempantah pensijilan halal. Dan juga saya selalunya sejak saya berada dalam kerajaan negeri Selangor mempromosi pelaburan ke Malaysia, ke Selangor, saya selalunya mempromosi pensijilan halal Malaysia.
Kok also reiterated that her comments were not meant to challenge halal certification, Jakim's role, or show disrespect towards Islam. She added that she has fully cooperated with the police investigation and hopes that all parties will remain calm and that the issue will be resolved peacefully. In Terengganu, an executive officer of a government-linked company, GLC, was remanded by the Kuala Terengganu Magistrates Court on Tuesday for alleged abuse of power and providing false claims. The 6-day remand order until 15 September was issued against a woman by Magistrate Ifah Nabiha Muhammad Ishak to facilitate investigations by the State Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC. The suspect in her 40s was arrested for allegedly using her position to propose and support the appointment of her husband's company in securing a 1.4 million ringgit labour supply contract in 2019. She was detained along with another woman in her 50s who owns the company, but the latter has been released on MACC bail. According to sources, the duo was arrested when they went to the state MACC office to give their statement on Monday. The main suspect is also believed to have colluded with the second suspect in submitting a document containing false details regarding a COVID-19 screening test 2 years ago when the test was not carried out. She's also suspected of conspiring to present false documents involving the supply of plastic goods amounting to 2,000 ringgit last year, which were not supplied. The case is being investigated under the MACC Act. As Nightline draws to a close this time around, let's take a look at visuals of the Ultra Trail du Mont Blanc, the most mythical and prestigious trail running race in the world. With that, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for tuning in and stay safe, Malaysia.